I think being an artist is kind of about having a language that speaks directly to other people. I wanted to find something that was not what I'd been taught and not what I'd learned. So I got rid of all of my brushes and used only palette knives. It was a way to sort of create my own language. I want the paintings to sort of encapsulate memories. I want each daub of paint to be sort of one moment and one idea. I'm trying to show you how I made it. I want you to see that process, just like in the Torah we see the days of creation. The 6 days leading into Shabbat really are sort of a paradigm of what it means to be an artist. I don't put down one thing, I put down two things and see how they work together, light versus dark. And then at the end of every day, what does God do? This artist steps back and takes a look and passes judgments. I really think of that as my entryway to what Judaism is about. It's thinking about creation and what is our role as a creator and how do you relate to those things. I wandered into Hebrew college and I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I discovered that it was something that was much more in line with who I was and what I was interested in than I could ever have imagined. The Hebrew College Arts Committee is so valuable in that it's building community and it's building dialogue around art. This is a community who they're so committed to being close readers. And we want that to happen visually too. We want to think about how visual art can really bring another level of understanding. When you have a painting hanging on the wall, when you approach it, that's what makes it come to life. That interaction, like the shamash lighting the candles, is really what invigorates and reinvigorates that painting. I am just so excited that Hebrew College is celebrating art because it builds a community, and that's something that I benefit from in so many different ways. It just builds a richer life for the Jewish community.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rabbi Sharon Cohen Anisfeld. I'm the president of the college, and so grateful and delighted to see everyone here tonight. Thank you. It is my pleasure and privilege to invite Hebrew College trustee and chair of our arts initiative, Deb Feinstein, to escort Josh Meyer to the bima. Josh just said, I feel like it's my bar mitzvah. Josh, it is a deeply meaningful honor and joy for me to present you with this year's Betzalel Award for Leadership in Arts and Culture. The award is named for Betzalel, the artisan entrusted with building the Mishkan, the sacred dwelling place that accompanied the Israelites through the wilderness. Betzalel's task, of course, was not simply technical. He was summoned to transform raw materials into a space where holiness could dwell. When we first met, you were an undergraduate at Yale, and I was a relatively new Hillel rabbi, which is to say that luckily, I did not yet know how intimidated I should be by Josh's talent. Baruch Hashem. I'm grateful that our paths have continued to cross over so many years and in so many different ways. Sometimes serendipitously, like when I arrived at Hebrew College 21 years ago, and discovered you were already a treasured member of our marketing team. And sometimes very intentionally, because you're one of the people I instinctively seek out whenever I'm working on something that needs a discerning artistic eye. So yes, over the years, I have sought you out, in case you hadn't noticed, which feels fitting because so much of your own work is about seeking. As an artist, your paintings invite us into a process of searching. You're known, as you just saw from this beautiful short video, you're known for your thickly layered portraits, where your figures reveal themselves and then sort of disappear into the paint. Your paintings resist quick conclusions. They ask us to linger, to look again. Every morning, I walk past one of my favorite paintings in our building, entitled Seek. It's one of Josh's works and part of our permanent collection. And some days it literally stops me in my tracks. Seek what's beneath the surface. Seek what is not immediately visible. Your paintings make visible what is often hard for us to perceive, which is the way that human beings are always, always in process. Your paintings are built layer by layer over months, sometimes over years. And there's something profoundly Jewish in this. Not because your paintings illustrate Jewish themes in any particular way, in any obvious way, but because your process, your artistic practice, is so deeply resonant with Jewish life. Judaism, too, is layered, iterative, slow. It's at once concealed and revealed through the ongoing process of return, of repetition, of interpretation. You once said that perhaps the better question is not whether there's something Jewish about your work, but whether there's anything not Jewish about it. Art and Judaism are not separate compartments in your life. Both are ways of inhabiting and exploring the world, ways of paying attention, of asking questions, wrestling with meaning, making room for complexity. Over the past several years, as an essential leader in Hebrew College's Arts and Culture Initiative, you've brought that sensibility to our community, working closely with Deb Feinstein and our whole arts committee, shaping exhibitions with your insight, lending your own work to our space, and helping us imagine what Jewish learning can look like when art is not peripheral but central. The blessing offered by Moshe upon completion of the Mishkan was Yehi Ratzon shetishre shchina b'maaseh yedechem. May the divine presence dwell in the work of your hands. Josh, you helped build dwelling places for the sacred. You've helped make Hebrew College a place where people can encounter beauty, depth, vulnerability, wonder. With so much gratitude and admiration, it's my honor to present you with the Betzalel Award.
Beautiful. Your students, one of whom I am, are very lucky.